everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, click that subscribe button, click that notification, give us a huge thumbs up. So what we'll be doing next is praying. Everybody close their eyes. Dear God, thank you for everything you did for us. Thank you for us can live for another day. Thank you for all the people that's in the hospital to make them feel better. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for everything. Amen.
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 And
Eat Aaron.
Alright, so as usual, I'd like to give shout out to all my relatives and people that take their time out of their day to watch this video. Ethan? Well, today, Ethan's going to be reading chapter 27 to chapter 28 of the book of Numbers. Ethan?
Let us begin. Chapter 27. Then came the daughters of the Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and these are the names of his daughters, Mala, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, and before Elijah the priest, and before the princes and all the congregation, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family? Because he had no son. Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought their cause before the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren. And thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then he shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then he shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his fathers have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up into this mount Aram, and see the land which I have give unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou also shalt be gathered into thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that is the water of Meribah, in Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which he have no shepherd. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Elijah the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a change in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Elijah the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of Urim. Before the Lord at his word shall they go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he, all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and he took Joshua, and set him before Elijah the priest, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him, and gave him a charge, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Chapter 28. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say unto them, My offering and my bread for my sacrifices made by fire for a sweet savor unto me. Shall ye observe to offer unto me in the due season? And thou shalt say unto them, This is the offering made by fire, which ye shall offer unto the Lord. 2 lambs of the first year without spot, day by day, for a continual burnt offering. The one lamb shalt thou offer in the morning, and the other lamb shalt thou offer at even. And a tenth part of an ephah of flour for a meat offering, mingled with the fourth part of an hin of beaten oil. It is continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet Savior, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and the drink offering thereof shall be the fourth part of an hin. For the one lamb in the holy plate shall thou cause the strong wine to be poured unto the Lord for a drink offering. And the other lamb shalt thou offer at even as the meat offering of the morning, and as the drink offering thereof thou shalt offer it, a sacrifice made by fire of a sweet Savior unto the Lord. And on the Sabbath day 2 lambs of the first year without spot, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And in the beginning of your months ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot, and 3/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil for the 1 bullock, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil for 1 ram, and several 10 deals of flour mingled with oil for a meat offering with 1 lamb, for a burnt offering of a sweet Savior, and a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord. And the drink offering shall be half an hin of wine unto a bullock, and the third part of an hin unto a ram, and fourth part of a hin unto a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering unto the Lord shall be offered, beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And in the 14th day of the first month is the Passover of the Lord. And in the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. In the first day shall be an holy congregation. Ye shall do no manner of servile work therein, but ye shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for a burnt offering unto the Lord. 2 young bullocks and 1 ram and 7 lambs of the first year, they shall be unto you without blemish. And the meat offering shall be a flour mingled with oil. 3/10 deals shall ye offer for a bullock, and 2 deals for a ram. A several 10 deals shalt thou offer for every lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 goat for a sin offering to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer these beside the burnt offering in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner ye shall offer daily throughout the 7 days the meat of the sacrifice made by fire of a sweet Savior unto the Lord. It shall be offered beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And on the 7th day ye shall have an holy congregation. Ye shall do no servile work. Also in the day of the first fruits, when ye bring a new meat offering unto the Lord after your weeks be out, ye shall have an holy congregation. Ye shall do no servile work. But ye shall offer the burnt offering for a sweet Savior unto the Lord 2 young bullocks, 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year. And their meat offering of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals with 1 bullock, 2/10 deals with 1 ram. A several 10 deal unto 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goat to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer them beside the continual burnt offering and his meat offering. They shall be unto you without blemish, and their drink offerings. That was reading of chapter 27 and chapter 28.
Okay, so let's have a little bit of discussion about these chapters. I'm gonna go first tonight, and chapter 27, verse 8, verse 9, and verse 10. Right? Which is saying, and you shall speak to the people of Israel, saying, if a man dies and has no son, then you shall transfer his inheritance to his daughter. What y'all think about that? I like that. It shows me the importance of having kids. Right? That's what stood out to me right there, because if you don't have kids, you can't pass on your inheritance. So you work hard all your life. All your life you're working hard and attaining all these things, all these valuable things, and you die, and you can't leave it for your offspring, because you didn't bring forth an offspring on this land, right? Yeah, you might have relatives, but you don't have straight from the blood of you. And 9, and if he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brother. So if he don't have a daughter, you have to give his inheritance to his brother. You see why it's important to keep your name. Like I always say to you guys, your last name is one of the best thing that I could pass on to you guys. Right? Because your name is so powerful. Especially if you did something valuable in this life. So your name continue living. You see how many? Have you ever heard about the Rockefellers?
Yeah.
It's like the name continued to live even though the original Rockefeller died. How long ago? Right? But the name continued to carry on. You know who is the Rockefeller, Aaron?
No, but I have the Rockefeller Center in Manhattan.
Alright, so I want you to just look up and see who is Rockefeller. Okay? Do that.
Kind of news to me. I don't know who.
Rockefeller. Oh, yeah, give Ethan, because Ethan kind of faster with his typing.
I can do it.
I didn't say you can't. It's just that he typed quick. Okay. The next one that I like on it, because I said 8, 9, and 10.
John.
Okay, let me hear you.
John Davison Rockefeller Sr. was an American business magnate and philanthropist. He is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern history. Rockefeller was born into a large family in upstate New York that moved several times before eventually settling in Cleveland, Ohio.
See? And his wealth continued living on.
Wait,
even when he died.
What did he do?
How did he get his money? Read it again, Aaron.
So John Davison Rockefeller Sr. was an American business magnate and a philanthropist.
American business magnate. Continue reading.
And a philanthropist.
And a philanthropist. I could never say that word.
Philanthropist.
Yeah.
Philanthropist.
Yes, that word. So, he is pretty much a businessman. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it. He's a businessman. And his business that he got into did very well for him. And he put his money in the right areas so his money could continue growing even when he was dead and gone. The money continued. His name continued living on. Continue.
All right. He is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern history. Rockefeller was born into a large family in upstate New York that moved several times before eventually settling in Cleveland, Ohio. You want to hear a quote?
Yeah.
All right. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great.
That's good. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Wow, powerful, huh? That's powerful. So when you think you have something good, there's something even greater ahead for you. Huh?
Yeah.
Great, huh? This is why you must always encourage people. Always encouraging. Don't stop. Always trying to shoot for that moon, or shoot for the sky. If you don't hit the sky, then you might land on the moon. Anyway, 9. Thank you for that, Aaron.
Yep.
9. It says the son of, how you say that person name? Was it 9? Yeah,
You already
9.
did 9.
No, it wasn't. Huh?
You did 9 already.
No.
You're on 10. And if you have no brother, then he shall get his inheritance.
No. I didn't do 9. I did 7. Hold on. What did I read?
8 and 9.
I did 8 and 9?
Yeah.
I didn't do 9.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm on, you know why? I'm on 26. That's why. I'm on 26. That's why. Okay. So I did 8 and 9, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 10. I like this too. It says, and if he has no brother, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brother. You see how it passed down?
Yep.
You see? This is like when you have a life insurance, right? You have a life insurance, and mommy and daddy have a life insurance. And we've set up the life insurance that, okay, when we pass away, who gonna get the life insurance? You guys are kids. So it wouldn't be you guys. So we have to have an adult who could then be you guys' overseer, right? So they're the one who gonna take mommy and daddy place and help to raise you guys until we set it up another way where in which, say for instance, Ethan reached 18. When he reached 18 or 21, we say, okay, he get X amount of money. When Aaron reach a certain amount of age, he gets X amount of money. So you put it in a trust. So you can't touch that trust until you reach a certain age. And then you set up guidelines also. You have to finish college. So you have to reach 21. You have to graduate college before you get that money. You see that? So you put clause in there. And if you do not fulfill those clauses, you never get that money.
I have a question.
So where would the money go?
That money just stay there until you graduate college.
But what if nobody graduates college?
Then you never get that money.
So
Wait, would it go to the
Then that money goes to the government.
Why would you do that?
Why? Because that's how you want to make your legacy continue to live on. Show you how serious your parents was about making sure that you guys do the right thing, whether we are here or we are not here. So if you do not finish college, you do not get a penny.
I have a question.
That is tough. So imagine you have 100,000 sitting there, just sitting there, that you could access, right?
Finishing college anyways.
And you don't finish college, and you still gotta be busting your.
Wait, talk about. What if I reach the NFL but I don't reach, I didn't finish college?
Too bad for you.
You still gotta finish college. There's no break in it.
No one
It's
said
just
this.
one straight thing. You have to finish college.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
So you want to go to the NFL? You go finish your NFL. After you finish NFL, make sure you go back to college if you want to see that money. Simple.
I have a question.
Yes.
If it's possible, if the person doesn't meet your guidelines by a certain age, say
We wouldn't put an age on that part.
50, because who would go to college when they're 50?
We wouldn't put an age on that part. Like I said, the only part you're gonna have the age is you have to be 21.
To really take the money.
Okay.
You have to reach 21. So you could finish college before 21. Say you're very smart and you finish college at 20 or age 19. Right? Because you finish high school at 16.
So can I get the money?
Then you have to wait until you reach 21 to still access the money.
That's crazy.
because you didn't reach 21 yet. So now the role is reversed. Now the age, you're just sitting and waiting until you reach
Can
21.
you change that right now?
Can you change
No,
it?
can you change it? Not if you can change it, but is it possible for you to change it?
Yeah, you could always change it.
Oh.
I mean, you could always change your policies
Well,
when you do that.
Alright, but still, if the person doesn't graduate from college, will the money be able to go down to the youngest sibling, the one that comes after him?
So that-
No, because everybody gonna have a certain amount of money to get.
Like they share it, like they
No.
divide it equally.
The money is gonna share equally among every
Yeah,
kid.
our own-
So
Right.
every kid have their own money. Every kid have to fulfill whatever their parents left for them to fulfill. You understand?
Yeah.
So you have to finish 4 years of college. Yeah, 4 years of college you have to do,
More than that.
right? So you have to do, and if you want, we could go further. Could say, you know what? You have to have a master's degree.
Now you're doing the most.
You-
See that?
Stop
Every
going
profession
into it.
needs that.
See that?
Every-
No. But
Stop
I'm
waiting
just
for it.
trying to show you
No.
that
Stop waiting
parents
for it.
have that ability to do all of these things. Could say, you know what? Now you got to graduate with a master degree. I could take it even further. I could say you have to do a doctorate. Then what? See? See?
Then that money's gonna be wasted. It's gonna
See?
Yeah, that money's gonna be bye bye.
You see? See, that's not a good thing for you though.
I'm not gonna be saying that. I'm not gonna be.
See,
I will.
that should be motivation, knowing that that money is just waiting for me. All I gotta do is just hit these books hard,
That's
right?
good.
Anyway, books are not meant for him. They're
Who's-
meant for studying.
Who is next?
Aaron is next.
All right, let me hear what you have.
Well, you kind of took it. Well, it was 8.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first one, but
Okay.
I had a different
Mine was
one.
10.
Oh, mine.
Seriously?
Mine.
Seriously? All of us was looking at the same thing?
Yes, Daddy. That one, 8 was the only one that caught my eye. I tried searching. I
Because
tried
we were just
searching
talking
for
about
something else.
offerings, basically, and we saw that in the text before, in previous chapters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going wherever the spirit leads you. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. But that's what stood out to me tonight.
Alright.
And I really appreciate that. Go ahead.
Mine is, and thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a man die and have no son, then he shall
What verse you reading?
8.
Okay.
Then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass on to his daughters. So what that kind of shows to me is that in order for you to give your inheritance away, you're gonna have to have a son first. And if you don't have any sons, it's gonna have to go to the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So what that kind of shows me is you have to have children in order to give your inheritance to, because you want somebody that's blood go to have your own blood.
You don't have to have kids for it to pass on,
Yeah,
because
I
as
know.
you hear it said in
The next ones. I
in
understand that.
8, in 9, you could it pass down to the brother,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand that, but most people would want it to go to their own blood. Like,
yeah, but I mean, your brother is your own blood. It's just now, what if you and your brother is not close?
That's tough.
What if you and your sister is not close?
That's tough.
You understand? Then you're going to pass your inheritance to people that you and them is not close. They still blood, but it's just that maybe it's a blood that you and them never get along. You and them don't even, see eye to eye. Stuff like that.
Listen,
I mean, you have kids too that you don't see eye to eye with. So you have kids, it's the same thing.
What if you give it to a stranger?
No, because
Who would do that?
the thing is, who would do that?
Yeah.
Many people.
You're kidding.
Many people. Sometimes you have stranger who is better than your blood relatives, who treats you better than your blood relatives, who you might get along better with than your blood relatives.
But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
It's still your blood relative. You can't change the fact.
And that's the thing. They're not trying to change it based off of the question that you asked. I'm just trying to explain to you. Your blood relative is your blood relative. There's nothing you could do about that. It is what it is.
It is what it
Simple. You can't change that. But I'm just trying to explain to you, the scenarios.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
All right. On that note, let's just do my final closing. Final remarks. Thank you. Just want to say a big thank you to Miss Natoya. I want to say a big shout out to all the first responders, to all the essential workers out there, grocery store especially workers, supermarket workers, the janitors that's working, the custodians that's working.
Everybody that's working.
No, because these are some people who a lot of times are not being spoke of or being recognized. You understand? And it goes to show how important they are in a time like this. Because we still have to eat. They still have to work. Because if they don't work, the grocery ain't going to pack itself on the shelf. Now they have self-cash out. So that part, okay, fine. We could do that. But the grocery ain't going to pack on the shelf by itself. I don't think they reached that level yet with robot putting it up. But don't best believe in the future they're going to have it. But, so we just have to give thanks and praise to that. And as I said, I want to thank you guys for always a nice, good reading. I want to say thank you to Mert, always listening, always sitting in. And I just want to say, a big shout out to Barbara. Happy birthday to Barbara.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Barbara. It's her birthday today. And happy birthday to Kirk. It's Kirk's birthday today too.
Happy birthday, Uncle Kirk.
Uncle.
So, those are two birthdays that most definitely you gotta, big up. And that's my, and please stay safe out there. Please, COVID is not over, it's getting nice outside.
Stay your butt inside, don't go
Please
to no barber.
stay
You don't need
inside. You don't need haircut. You don't need to do your nails. You don't need to do your eyebrows. You don't need to do your eyelashes. You're not going to any parties. You don't need all of that. You don't have to visit the stores and all of that. Let's just try to get this thing out of the water in the best way possible. Give it a chance so we could get rid of it. I know that a lot of people might, running low on cash, but where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. So when you think that one way is closed, try and see if you could come up with another thing that you're probably good at, that could probably you stay in your house and do, and you could get income from that, Anyway, on that note, please, when you guys throw away the gloves, please throw it in the garbage. Stop throwing these gloves on the roadsides. Thank you. You guys could close out.
Everybody, good night.
Good night.
Aaron, I'm going to ask you to pray us out. Close your eyes, Ethan. Your stuffy nose is okay, Aaron.
I can't talk real.
Okay, so Ethan, you're going to pray us out. I need a good prayer.
My prayer is not good enough.
Yes, you start the prayer. Ethan going to end it with a prayer. This was Miss Mitchie recommendation, and we are going to grant it every single night. We're going to start with a prayer, and we're going to end with a prayer.
Okie dokie.
All right, Ethan, let's go.
Dear God, I would like to thank you for bringing us or keeping us on this earth for another day. Thank you for letting us understand your word. Thank you for providing food for our table. Thank you for keeping a roof on our head. Thank you for not letting us be sick. Just keep on doing what you're doing, God. We love you. We honor you and we bless you, and we will still do that every day. I bless you, God, and amen.
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 Good night, folks.
Good night,
I hope this was a blessing to you guys as it was for me. Good night.